The Cyclone Rx401 has landed on Kenyan soil. This mini adventure bike was launched in 2022 by Zongshen, which is a Chinese company. These Chinese companies have really come a long way. Long gone are the days when you would put poor quality bikes and Chinese companies in the same sentence. Now it's very different for a Chinese bike to sell well in the UK, US, and other developed parts of the world. That alone tells you something about the quality of these bikes. So the Zongshan Cyclone for one is here, and we are going to be discussing its specs, price, and also determine whether it's worth considering over other adventure bikes like the Zontes ADV 310T and maybe even the KTM Duke 390. So please stay tuned for that, and as always, if you find this content helpful, please do consider subscribing to the channel for more informative content on cars as well as bikes. Welcome to iCave Auto Reviews. So let's begin with the price. This bike is currently going for 785,000 shillings and it comes with a 2-year warranty. Now, just for comparison purposes, a 2022 KTM Duke 390 is going for roughly around 900,000 shillings. The price may be lower if it has been slightly used, or it may also be slightly higher if it's a brand new or maybe even 2023 model. The Zontes ADV 310 is going for roughly around 600 to 700,000. Just keep the price in mind, because once we are done analyzing this bike, we will come back to the price. This bike gets a 401cc 4-stroke parallel twin 8-valve liquid-cooled EFI engine that gives out 33 kilowatts, which should translate to about 45 horsepower. The torque figure is around 37 newton meters. This engine can propel this bike to a maximum speed of around 170 kilometers per hour, which is pretty decent, though I wouldn't recommend riding at such high speeds. Now, the top speed will depend on the amount of weight the bike is carrying. Then something else is that the bike comes with 3 storage boxes, 1 top box and 1 on either side. These side boxes can create a bit of drag and consequently affect the bike's ability to reach the claimed 170 kilometers per hour. The engine is mated to a silky smooth 6-speed gearbox. Now, this engine can return figures of around 25 kilometers per liter depending on how you ride. So ideally, it can give a range of about 500 kilometers or slightly more on a full tank, which is 20.5 liters. That's actually good and bigger than the Zontes 19-liter tank and the KTM's 15-liter tank. Stopping power is made possible by dual discs at the front and a single disc at the back. It also gets switchable ABS, which is a very good safety feature. In terms of the suspension, it's pretty good because they have been sourced from KYB, which is known for its good quality. At the front, it gets inverted shocks with 130mm travel. Then at the back, it gets a monoshock. It's generally a good setup for average off-roading. It's not set up for extreme off-roading like what the African Twin can do, but still it can do some decent job of the tarmac. The seat height ranges between 810 to 815mm. It's a bit of a tall bike, but most people of average height should be able to partially flat-foot the bike and feel comfortable maneuvering it. The ground clearance is decent enough at around 200mm. Now, what about the tires? The front one is 110/80/19, meaning its width is 110mm. The height of the sidewall is 80 and the rim diameter is 19. The rear tire is 140/70/17, meaning it's 140mm wide. The height of the sidewall is 70, then the rim diameter is 17. That's how the tire size is interpreted for those who may not have known. That particular size configuration is typical of most adventure bikes. The carb weight is 215 kgs. It's not too heavy nor light, but the good thing is that once you are riding, the weight doesn't feel cumbersome at all. You may probably just feel the heaviness during slow traffic maneuvers in the city, but once you get used to it, you'll be very comfortable handling the bike. Now, let's also talk about some of the notable features that this bike gets. Crash bars come as standard, so even in the unfortunate event that the bike falls, the crash bars will do a good job of protecting the bike. Aluminum storage boxes are also standard. The lights are all LED, and in fact even the switches and buttons are illuminated and look quite appealing at night. The features that it gets include smartphone connectivity, an adjustable windscreen, tire pressure monitoring system, USB power output, and a very clear and crisp TFT display. So generally it's quite good in terms of the standard features. In terms of the looks, I would say it looks aggressive and will certainly turn many heads. It looks beefy and masculine. In fact, it has more road presence compared to the KTM Duke and Zontes EDV310T. But looks are subjective, so do let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Now, considering the price plus what it offers, does this bike seem like a good value proposition? It's more affordable than the KTM Duke 390 but slightly more expensive than the Zontes EDV310, but it offers more power, better braking as it gets twin discs at the front compared to the Zontes which gets one. It also has a larger fuel tank than the two bikes. In addition, it also has very good highway stability and offers some impressive standard features. So considering the price, it offers decent value for money, but what are your thoughts? Do let me know in the comment section. Other Japanese adventure bikes are even more expensive. Look at something like the Honda CB500, which will set you back at over 800,000. So this Cyclone Rx401 is an adventure bike worth seriously considering if you are in the market for a brand new mid-range adventure bike. Do let me know your thoughts. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks a lot for watching. As always, if you have any inquiries, feel free to reach me via WhatsApp or email. That's it for today. Stay safe, ride and drive safe. But please, before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.